Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to my new channel called Raptors Unfiltered. Now, if you guys have seen me before, my name is Matt. I have a channel called Raptors Unfiltered. I've done Raptor videos in the past, guys. So if you guys want to see some past videos of the Raptors, they're on that channel there. But moving forward, everything Toronto Raptors related will be on this channel. Now, how about these Raptors, guys? Man, oh man, they have been on absolute fire the last 10 games, winning 9 of their last 10. Including a great win tonight against the Philadelphia 76ers, guys. An incredible performance by the Raptors, winning 121 to 112 tonight, getting redemption on their only loss they've had this month against the 76ers themselves, guys, with a really solid performance by the Raptors tonight. All 5 starters in double figures tonight, guys. Really great performance by the team tonight. You had Scotty Barnes with 16, 9, and 5. Brandon Ingram with 20. You had RJ Barrett with 22. Jakob Poeltl with 19 and 8. Quickly with 18 and 5. 11 of those coming in the fourth quarter, guys. Now, the first 2 quarters was pretty tight by both teams. The Raptors led the first quarter 33-20, and then the Sixers were the better team in the second quarter, leading 28-20. So, really tight first half between the Raptors and Sixers, but then the Raptors really blew it open in that third quarter, going on a 44-26 run to take a 15-point lead in the fourth quarter. And the Raptors were really moving the basketball, guys. I really like the ball movement. The Raptors were really improving on their three-point shooting. The Raptors were horrendous in that first half, three-point shooting-wise, guys. I think we all saw that. In the second half, the Raptors shot the ball way better behind the arc, and that's why the Raptors were able to take such a massive lead in the fourth quarter. But then, as we saw, Philadelphia, one of the best fourth-quarter teams in the league, decided to come back. They went on an 11-0 run, and that was really worrying, because Philly was really starting to get behind the home crowd, starting to make their three-pointers, forcing the Raptors to turn the ball over. But the Raptors, listen, give them some bloody credit. They stood their ground, played some good defense down the stretch there, and made some big shots, especially Emmanuel quickly, like I mentioned, with those 11 points in the fourth, were absolutely massive, making some big three-pointers and some big shots in that fourth quarter to give the Raptors this win tonight, guys. But you got to give Scotty Barnes some credit. 9 rebounds, again, with 5 assists on top of the 16 points, like I mentioned. Scotty just really finds the open man when he has to. Some great ball movement. I love that one play with him, Dick, and Poeltl. Great ball movement, guys. That's what you want to see from the Raptors, is good team ball movement, guys. The Raptors had 33 assists on 45 made field goals. That is absolutely fantastic. Everybody's touching the rock, getting a feel for the ball, facilitating it. That's beautiful shit, And the Raptors, guys, they improved on the threes, like I mentioned. They end up going 11 for 29, 38%. It's not horrible, but it ain't amazing either. But listen, the Raptors found a way to win this game. Even without Joel Embiid, obviously Paul George as well, even though Tyrese Maxey having 24 points and always breaking the Raptors' chops. The Raptors were able to take advantage when he wasn't on the floor at times, and they were able to find a way to get this win tonight, guys. But, obviously, they didn't get too much points from the bench tonight. The Raptors, you obviously had Grady Dick, who didn't have too much points. He only had 4 points on 14 minutes. You had Jacoby Walter, who was the most effective guy off the bench tonight, with 11 points for 14 minutes. You had Jamison Battle, who only had 2 and 3 minutes of play. Sandro Mamukelashvili, 15 minutes, 7 points. But listen, man, I really like Sandro Mamukelashvili. He has been really solid for this team to start the year. Spreads the floor, like I've mentioned, moving the basketball really well, making three-pointers. So Sandro Mamu's been a really good addition for this team to start the season, guys. And the Raptors, after starting off the year 2-4, to do what they're doing now is absolutely very positive to see. 7-3 on the road, guys. 10 road games in, you're 7-3. Very positive. This is the best record the Raptors have had for the first time in the last 5 years. So to go 10-5, you're beating teams like Cleveland twice. You beat the Sixers, even though the Sixers aren't what they used to be. These are games you got to win. That game against Charlotte the other night, that was another spectacular performance by the team. Brandon Ingram with a great performance that night. Another solid performance tonight by Brandon Ingram with 22, like I mentioned. Of course, guys, when you got guys like Brandon Ingram, it makes the Raptors' life easier, and guys like Scotty Barnes' life easier. You can give RJ and Ingram the basketball to score the points, guys. Those guys combined for 44 points tonight. That is massive, To have your starting 5 have 4 prime scorers like Quickly, Barrett, Barnes, and Ingram. That is absolutely massive, a massive advantage for the Raptors, guys. And with a guy like Pirtle who can eat up rebounds, this team here, they have been very impressive in this latest stretch, guys, winning 9 of their last 10 games. 10-5 record, top 5 seed in the East, guys. If the Raptors can do this all year, there is a very good possibility they're going to get a top 5 seeding in the East and be one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference this year, guys. Obviously, it's early to start the year. This is just a very good stretch of basketball for the Raptors, but a lot of positive things to see by this ball club right now, guys. If they continue like this, man, oh man, this is going to be a fun season. You can see the improvement in this team, guys. Coach Darko letting these guys play on top. You have Scotty playing 36 minutes, Quickly played 38, Barrett 33, Pirtle 32, Ingram 31. The starting 5 was heavily relied on tonight, and they cashed in and did what they had to do. Like I said in that fourth quarter, last year the Raptors probably would have lost that game, 100%. But they have shown maturity in this early season, guys, finding a way to win this game. They went into Cleveland twice and won. You redeemed the loss that you had a few weeks ago against the Sixers by going back in there and winning tonight. That is a very impressive win tonight by the Raptors, guys. The Sixers were really battling at the end of this game. You got this rookie kid, Edgecombe. My God, he's a really nice young player. 21 points by him tonight, and even Quentin Grimes, 21 points as well by him tonight. They had some scores tonight, the Sixers. But the Raptors, they did some good things on defense. Some very good things on offense. The facilitating, making the three-pointers in the second half. A lot of things led to the Raptors winning this ball game, guys. So it was a very positive win tonight for the Raptors. Continue this good run. Continue to gain wins. You're on a 4-game homestand coming home now after playing like 5 of the last 6 games on the road. So if the Raptors continue like this, guys, I don't see why this team can't win 50 games this year. I just don't see it. This team has a lot of talent. Good depth on the bench as well. So let's see how this team does in their next game, guys. Positive performances tonight, guys. Click like if you like this video, guys. Tell me your thoughts on this game tonight, guys. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content. We'll see you guys on the next episode of Raptors Unfiltered, guys. Thanks for watching as always, guys. Ciao.